Hey friends, I'm Emily Geiser. I'm here with another edition of things you should know to be happy and healthy in a toxic fattening world. It's not very catchy, but that's kind of what this is. So I want to share something with you today that I find really surprising. I think you will too. This is about receipts. Now I know that seems strange. So when I go grocery shopping, I always take a receipt with me because I do a budget and I take it home and I enter the receipts into my budget. Pretty basic, right? You might do that too. Here's what's alarming about receipt paper. Thermal receipt paper is covered in a coating of BPA or BPS dust. And as you may know, I've talked about this a bunch, what our skin touches, our skin is the largest organ, and much of it gets into our body. I want to tell you how much does with receipts. I found it alarming. So a study was done where they gathered a bunch of people together and they tested their urine for BPA. And then they had them handle receipts. And then they tested them again 2 hours later and 8 hours later. And 2 hours later, there was already a rise in the BPA in their urine. But 8 hours later, the amount of BPA in urine had increased 5 times. That is really dramatic. I was looking online at, BPA, we've been hearing about it for a while, right? Like you want to get water bottles that are BPA free. I would say altogether, like avoid plastic by all means and get metal and glass. But that's not what we're talking about right here. But another reason you want to avoid BPA, and receipts are an area where we're touching every day and it's making a huge impact. But this is really new information. So I was looking actually back in 2015, Newsweek did an article and it starts with bisphenol A, which is what BPA is either a harmless chemical that's great for making plastic or one of modern society's most dangerous problems. And in fact, when they talked to leaders in the field of BPA research, they said that it is likely that the chemical plays a role in a litany of health concerns. I'm reading it right here, that's why I'm looking down. But those health concerns are also startling. It's cardiovascular issues, it's obesity, diabetes, cancer, fertility, attentional issues like ADHD. And receipts are something that we touch all the time. I mean, receipt paper I used to play with as a kid. So over in my Facebook group, I've posted a link where you can find out if your store uses the thermal receipts that are loaded with BPA and BPS or not. So I'll post the link to that. If you're not already part of that group, you can go check that out and see if yours is safe or not. All right, thanks for joining me for another edition of Shit We Need to Know, and I'll see you again soon. Take care.